All right, Chattanooga, welcome back to What's Happening in Your Neck of the Woods. This is your talk show host, Dr. Elenora Woods, bringing it to you like I always bring it to you every week. I want to first just say shout out to God. Shout out to God because I'm telling you, I've been out of the country and I was on the biggest sea that you can imagine. That's God's sea. And Hurricane Helen came through. And I tell you, the first thing I did was start praying. I said, Lord, now you got to talk to the water like you talk to the wind. You got to tell it to be still because we right here in the midst of this horrific hurricane. And we have nothing and no match against what you can do. So as you would know, he moved the hurricane in front of us, in front of our ship. And when it hit land, I know it was a lot of damage to lives. First of all, to all the families who were out there that were hit by Hurricane Helen, we want to say to you, our prayers are with you and your family. For those who have tragically lost family members, our prayers are with you as well. And just know that God is in control of everything. And everything is going to be all right. It's not all right now, but God's going to make everything all right. You know, we've been doing at the night, but joy cometh in the morning. So, with that being said, my prayers and thoughts are with you from WPTP Radio and also Alton Park Development Corporation and our community here in Chattanooga and Hamilton County. But yes, the hurricane hit the water and it got ahead of us. God would have it. He moved it in front of us, and we stayed back. Our ship stayed back and waited for clearance to move forward. And we were able to come in safely and port at the port and dock when we were told to come in and to the port and dock. And no one experienced anything on our ship out of the ordinary, and it was a blast on the ship. I recommend the Mediterranean of the Sea of the Utopia to anybody because everything you can do here on the earth, just about, you can do it there on that ship. It was amazing. I had a great time with me and my friends. We went and we let our hair down and we just enjoyed life and took some of the heavy burdens and weights that we have on us every day. We took it off and God replenished us. Look how good I look today, y'all. Don't you think I look refreshed? Yes, my dimples are back. Yes, okay. So I just had to give myself a shout out because I just feel great. I just feel great. I feel cleansed. And with that being said, I am ready. You know, I got a new burst of energy. And we're just doing it here at Alton Park Development Corporation. Shout out to all the folks who make it happen here in Alton Park Development Corporation. We had a fantastic grand first uh, live art exhibition with our artist, Jerry Allen, on last Thursday here. It was phenomenal. He sold a lot of his art. Shout out to him. Shout out to the people that came out and supported this great artist. Shout out to the artist who was also there, Mr. Suevo, who performed all night for us with his brilliant saxophone ability, and to his mother, Miss Marsha Green, who is an amazing poet that filled the air with Black poetry. It was just something to behold. And yes, our civil rights activist, Mr. Johnny Holloway, gave us some storytelling, and he drew tears from the people who were there with all the things that he has done and witnessed and went through. He even shared some tears. So it was just a phenomenal event and a phenomenal art showing. And I will appeal. His artwork will stay on exhibit until the end of October the 19th, at which time the American Legion will put their exhibit on with the Civil War in the museum. So we have a gallery section of the museum, which the artist's work is displayed. So if you're an artist and you want to get exposed and have your art sold through a live exhibition like Mr. Jerry Allen did, which was a very successful night, then contact us and we'll be sure to contact you back. And you can email us at info@apdc98.org and let us know that you're interested as an artist and putting your artwork on exhibit. It doesn't have to be paint. You may be an artist that does fashion and you want your fashion to go on exhibit because that's what you do. You're a fashion designer, artist. We have many artists in the fashion designer business that have plenty of work that they would like to get exposed to. They have their own, I call it their own brand. And so we welcome you as well to our exhibit. This is a wonderful space. Our African American Museum is an amazing space for you to put your artwork on exhibit to loan the museum. I know some of us have this artwork and no one will see it because it's at our houses and nobody comes to our house maybe every now and then, so it's just sitting there. So if you want to get some of this artwork that is probably, it probably needs to be seen by people to help educate them, then we welcome you to reach out to our art museum department and to let us know that you have some artwork that you want to put on exhibit. And even if you have a collection of art, we have enough space. We have phase one is complete. We're working on phase two of the museum, and also we'll have phase three. So we have plenty of space in this 48,000 square feet. Part of it has been designated as the museum, and part of it is our event hall, of course. And so we have plenty of space for our young artists and old and middle age, whatever you are, whatever category you're going to be in, to put your artwork. And if you have some artifacts from history that you want to share with the community and you want to put it on loaner or you want to donate it to the museum, please reach out to us. Please reach us by visiting www.apdc98.org and we will get that information. Um, so, what is going on besides the museum that we are so excited about? I'm so proud of that. And thanks and kudos to Mr. Johnny Holloway, who is one of our curators. He has just got a ton of Black history that he has donated and some on loan to our museum that you have got to get in here to see. And he tells the story so well. I'm telling you, I learned so much from him. And he'll tell you that he's 88 years old and he's probably one of very few that are left living to tell the story of the civil rights movement because he was a part of it. And so he told the story in that setting. And I mean, it brought tears to most of our eyes. And it was just an awesome experience. So we want you all to come out and visit our museum. You want to set up a time, a tour, reach out to us, apdc98.org. And we will definitely get back with you. Leave a number or contact information, or we'll email you back or call you if you would like to have a private tour. So what's coming up next? This is October. Well, it will be in a few days, but in November the 23rd is the 2024 Chattanooga Humanitarian Award Banquet, which is Alton Parks Development Corporation's staple event or gala that we have every single year to honor those individuals in our community who have went far and beyond what normal typically people do to serve humanity and to give back and to also change the trajectory of the lives of many people. And so I started this 10 years ago as a way to recognize people who never, I call them our unsung heroes. They never toot their own horn. They never pat their own self on the back, but somebody needs to recognize them because they have made major improvements in the lives of people here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we have some standards and we have a committee that nominates names, and then these people are vetted. And then after they're vetted, then they are contacted to let them know that they have been properly nominated and vetted, and ask them if they would be honored or we could be honored by them accepting the award. And we have our list of names for the 2024 Chattanooga Humanitarian Award. And I'm looking down because I don't want to miss anybody's name. It is the Mariah Huck off of the show married to medicine. She was born and raised here in Chattanooga. She's a graduate of Brainerd High School. I'm not going to give their whole bio because all of them have a long bio. Mr. Book McCrae, a famous author and famous person here in Chattanooga at UTC, working in the basketball, the schools, the books, the children, has just done so much to change the trajectory of our people's lives here in Chattanooga. Judge Alex McVeigh, who has done an amazing job with working with people who have come from, I would call it, challenging situations, especially in the criminal justice system, with programs that help them move from that lifestyle to productive citizenship. It has affected people you just won't know from all diverse backgrounds, but primarily his job has changed the trajectory of these people's lives and giving them a second chance to make it in our community. He was just recently elected as our circuit court judge. He is the head man. So if you get into any trouble, probably more than likely, this is the person whose file, whose desk your file will end up on. So kudos to Mr. Judge Alex McVeigh. Also, Mr. Roy Griffin, if you all know him, he is a major history maker here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I just got off the phone with him and his wife. They really made history. They are the first interracial couple to ever be married in the state of Tennessee. But beyond that, I learned so much about his history from the individual that nominated him to receive this award that he has done in the civil rights movement. In fact, he's done so much. We're going to have a special section just for Mr. Griffith. If anybody have ever went to the Newton Daycare Center on the West Side project, that is his school, his kindergarten, daycare, and his church. And they have been instrumental in helping, I know, African Americans in particular in the West Side College Hill Courts area. And kudos to him and all the stuff. His bio is just I'm telling you, it's out there. He has marched with all of us, including civil rights leader Mr. Johnny Holloway, with the first Black, I call it Martin Luther King parade, whatever you want to call it. They have become best friends and they have worked together for decades. And so he is going to be honored this year as well. Also, the legendary, we got all these folks are legendary in my eyesight, but Mr. John Edwards, who has the only Black print newspaper in the city of Chattanooga, is being honored this year with the Chattanooga News Chronicle. He's always there. If you've had an event, you can count on the Chattanooga News Chronicle covering your event and making sure that the community stays abreast and aware of what you're doing. He's involved here with Alton Park Development Corporation with promoting the stuff that we're doing for mankind and to help our community with stories. And so he's been there. And so kudos to Mr. John Edwards for keeping the stories of African Americans and minorities in our community alive in a positive way. And our other person that's being nominated is Miss Linda Cook, who is an administrator who has worked for decades at Baylor School. And she is being honored this year too for all of the children that whose lives she has touched and helped to move them from school to college and through college and all the things in between that she's done instrumental to making sure that they are successful with their education. She is a pivotal person in our community, a person who has made changes for our children. That's important in the area of education. And so kudos to Ms. Linda Cook. And all of these individuals have accepted their honor and they will be honored on November the 23rd. If you would like to join in this festivity with us, this gala event, tickets will go on sale Monday. They will be available through eventbrite.com. And also, if you want to save that little change through eventbrite.com, you can always email us and reach out to our committee members of Alton Park Development Corporation for the Humanitarian Award Gala. Each person who is being honored will receive a proclamation from the county mayor, the city mayor, and also the unique global award from Alton Park Development Corporation. The night is full with festivities, gala, music, entertainment, and yes, there's a dinner that also accompanies this event. And we'll be celebrating them for doing the things that they've done. And 9 out of 10, I'm going to say we've never honored anybody that has done less than 10 years of service to this community. So I want to say to each one of them, kudos to you. May God bless you for all the things that you have done to change the lives of people who may not have had the opportunity to have the chance, rather, to have the opportunity to succeed in life, and for changing the trajectory of their lives, and for giving them a chance, and also for giving back. These people give back, and these are folks who have not used their job as a means to give back. These people are giving back from their hearts, from their own personal sacrifices. And that's one thing that we want to make sure that everyone know. These people have given personal sacrifices. Some of our past honorees include the late John P. Franklin Sr., the late Luther Massengill, um, just a ton of folks. I don't want to leave out anybody's name, but Franklin McCauley and John Taylor from Taylor Funeral Home. I mean, the list can just go on and on. I mean, pastors in this community that have made a major contribution, Pastor Alfred Johnson. And I keep naming names, but I don't want to give away or leave out someone's name. Excuse me, leave out someone's name. So I'm gonna stop right there. When I have a complete list, when I come back next time, I'm gonna list the name for the past 10 years, who all have been honored. And some of them have received the key to the city because their contribution to the city of Chattanooga have been so amazing, so outstanding, that former mayors have given the keys to the city. So we want to say thank you again from the bottom of our heart. The community says thank you. This is the Chattanooga Humanitarian Award. And so that is a huge honor. And we are so thankful for people like you. And yes, there will be more to come behind you. But just to let you know, we see you. You got caught. You got caught doing good deeds for humanity. And we want to say thank you. Thank you so much. So with that being said, I just want to um, let people know that tickets go on sale Monday. We have corporate sponsorships available. We have tables that you can purchase as well. So please reach out to me or one of our board members if you'd like to be a corporate sponsor. We have corporate sponsor levels, and for our platinum level sponsorships, their plaque is put in the building as a corporate sponsor at the 10,000 and 5,000 level. Yes, we do have 10,000, 5,000 plaque of corporate sponsors that give to this worthy cause. And every penny, every dime, even if you're a ticket goer, every dime that you spend for this gala is 100% tax deductible minus the cost of the food for the evening. Every penny of it is tax deductible, and it all goes back to aid the development and the programs of the Alton Park Development Corporation. 100% of that is utilized to give back to this community, to empower it. And you know what we do when we get money for this organization. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And God has blessed us. I say God blessed us because of the leadership of Alton Park Development Corporation that we have, and the accountability that we have with the blessings that we have been given. The Lord blessed us with this amazing facility. It's 48,000 square feet. And yes, it is a historical building. It was built in 1963 at the height of the civil rights movements for Black children when schools were segregated. And we now own it debt free. And we are doing everything that God wants us to do to serve mankind. So we thank you. Those who have given us funds in the past, we thank you for your contribution. I want to give a shout out to those who lease from us currently. That's all tax deductible as well. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and also the American Legion, post number 0291. They lease from us as well. And we have other individuals who will be leasing from us. The Dance Academy just signed a lease agreement last week. And they are working, they are a national competition dance group, and they have won national competitions. So we're excited to have them to be a part of our family. Of course, the African American Educational and Heritage Museum has an education component where we teach African American history, and we have one of the greatest teachers of all time, Mr. Harold Bryson, who is our teacher, who has taught for more than 50 years African history, and we're just proud to have him to be a part of our staff and a part of the educational component for the African American Museum. Yes, we are doing things here in this community. Book your events if you have events, because every dime that you book goes back to our community. So just know that we are an African American owned operation, Alton Park Development Corporation, which doesn't mean that others cannot be a part of our organization. It just means that we are African American based and owned minority organization. We are the only African American minority owned community development corporation left in this community. There were many before us and during the time that we've served since 1998, but we are the last community development corporation left. There are many 501c3s, but we are the last community development corporation. That is a CDC. So when you're supporting us, you're supporting building the communities that we serve throughout the whole entire Hamilton County community. So I thank you all for making the contributions in the past. And I thank the corporations for giving back to Alton Park Development Corporation in the past, and continue to give to Alton Park Development Corporation so that we can continue to thrive and make this community a better place for everyone to live. Now, with that being said, I do also have an announcement to make. The National Action Network, which is a civil rights organization whose founder is the Reverend Al Sharpton, has rallied together to help Chattanooga form a chapter here locally in Chattanooga. They will be based in Chattanooga, and we are now taking memberships for the chapter of the Chattanooga Scenic City, Hamilton County, Tennessee National Action Network. And we will have swearing in of our officers. And this is the founding chapter. So if you get your membership before we are sworn in October, then you will be one of the founding members. The membership dues are $25 per year. So if you are interested and you would like to be a member of another civil rights organization here in Chattanooga called the National Action Network, then please reach out to us. We have the forms available for you to fill out, and your membership is $25. We will put that information up on our website, and we'll also post that on the radio station for those to get the information and fax the information back. So I just want to put that out there. We're very excited. What's better than one civil rights organization? Two civil rights organizations. So the other organization, which is probably the oldest civil rights organization, which I served as president for 3 terms, the NAACP is still alive and active. Kudos to those wonderful people over there. And also now the National Action Network organization will be another civil rights organization here in Chattanooga. And this is the founding chapter of the National Action Network. And I have been commissioned to serve as your first president under Reverend Al Sharpton as the National Action Network president. And we can get into that later, but I just want to let you all know it's out there, and we will be officially sworn in October. And those who want to be a part of No Justice, No Peace, as Mr. Al Sharpton so good, then you can join the National Action Network. And as many people as we have, the better it will be. And we will be canvassing, and we will be asking people throughout the community to join the organization. Not only just our citizens, but also people who are serving in capacities, so that we can work together for a safer. I've learned through my 30 something years of serving as a civil rights activist that when you have people of diverse backgrounds working together for a common goal, you can always accomplish more. So I will be working and reaching across the aisle and getting memberships, as I've always done, with people of all diverse backgrounds, because it is then, when everybody work together, we can solve our problems. And that's the angle that I've always taken it, and that's how we were able to accomplish the goals that we accomplished. And that is definitely the mission of the National Action Network. We do not discriminate based on age, sex, race, creed, color, or any of that. So we welcome everyone to be a member of the National Action Network. So I am going to end my show on that, because I've given you all a lot to think about between now and next week when I come back. But I want to say, today is Saturday and tomorrow is Sunday. And you know what we do on Sunday? We go out and we praise the Lord. We worship Him. Even from our homes, if we can't get to the church, we can praise Him right there in your bed. You can praise Him in the kitchen, wherever you are, because we know now the most churches are live streamed. So it's no excuse not to praise the Lord. But you really should be praising the Lord 24/7, 365 days a year. That's my motto. Praise Him with every breath you breathe, because it is Him that we live through. And I just want to say, if you don't have a church home, you're always welcome to come to the Greater Emmanuel Apostolic Church, located at 400 Tunnel Boulevard, where Pastor Paul Warfield Jr. is our pastor. We welcome you to come anytime to worship with us. Our church services start at 10:30 on Sunday. The Bible schools, Sunday school starts at 9 o'clock every Sunday, and we welcome you to come and worship the Lord with us. For all of those who have lost family members, I just want to say a special prayer um, to my sorority sister, Miss Brown, and the loss of her child. We want to say that our hearts and our prayers are with you and your family. Also, we lost a very close, dear member to us, Mr. Terry. Terry was my first DJ here at WPTP Radio. He was the one that helped us raise the antenna. They did a magnificent story on him in the paper. He served in the radio industry more than 40 or 50 years. I call him an icon. He started in Birmingham, and then he was on WNOO for a very, very long time. He passed away this past week, and so we are waiting on arrangements for his family to come through. And so we will be we are sadly um, be missing him. And he's always had contributions to WPTP Radio, whether it was an advice or hooking us up with various people to make our radio station better, especially with internet radio. We are here on your tuner, and also on social media through Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, because it was his recommendation that we do internet radio. And with him and with Michael Slyman, who is an internet phenomenal, we were able to bring you our radio station through Facebook and YouTube every week. All of our talk show hosts come to you live through YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel, and we're on Facebook through WPTP 100.1 FM radio. You can tune in there, or you can tune in also on our website, which is WPTP1001FM.com, and listen to us 24/7. If you live outside the Chattanooga area and can't get us on the tuner for whatever reason, you can always go to our website, hook it into your Bluetooth or your computer, and listen to us anywhere in the world, because we are global. And so I thank him for his contribution, even with our engineer, If anything happens with our radio station, he hooked us up with an engineer who's a phenomenal Mr. Talent, Mr. Rick Talent, out of Alabama, and in Georgia. He comes up and hooks us up, gets us back on the air, keeps us straight with the FCC. So Terry has been a magnificent contribution when he stepped away to run three radio stations in Alabama. He didn't leave us abandoned. He called on Gil Weidman, trained him on how to use the radio, how to work the radio. So we gave him a big going away party and everything. So he will be truly missed by us here at WPTP Radio, and even till I left and went out of the country. Terry was still involved with WPTP behind the scene and everything that we did. He always had advice and good advice on what we can do to make things better. So I want to say to his family, on behalf of WPTP Radio, which he calls, it will always be his baby. We want to say we are deeply saddened, and we are with you in our prayers. And anything that we can do at WPTP, you just call me and let me know, because Terry is family, was family, and will always be family. And to all of you, we love you. And I would like to say, God bless you, and you all have a magnificent week ahead. And I will see you at this time next week.